Hey everybody, and welcome to our learning check. And I got my new tablet. This is attempt number 3 to learn how to write with it better. So that'll get better as we go along. Learning checks, remember, you're going to see the problem, you're going to attempt to solve it, and then you're going to hit play back on the recording. It's super important that you physically try it on your paper and you physically correct it. Go ahead and hit pause. All right, so we are back. We are converting 525 centiliters into centimeters cubed. Okay, so we got to figure out our knowns and our unknowns. Our known is the one that has a number on it. Okay, our unknown is what we're going to be trying to find. So we have an order that we have to put it in. We have to put the known first. 525 centiliters. How would I abbreviate that? Centi is a little c, liters is a big L, equals question mark centimeters cubed, cm cubed. Now you might see that in the medical industry as cc's. Same thing, but we just use centimeters cubed as chemists. Okay, so now I know my knowns and my unknowns. I need my conversion factors. So I'm going to be going from centiliters to something, and from that something to centimeters cubed. So what is that rule? Whenever I have metric stuff, my bases have to match. So I know I have to convert to some kind of liters this way. So I'm going to use the metric ladder for this first jump. Okay. And then the second jump, I'm going to use my notes. And in the notes, I noticed that I have a conversion from milliliters to centimeters cubed. So I'm going to use my conversion from milliliters to centimeters cubed for the next jump. So I have 2 jumps. I just got to figure out what those numbers are. So centi to milli is 1 hop to the right. So 1 centiliter equals 10 milliliters. Milliliters to centimeters cubed, right from our notes, 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cubed. So I have my 2 conversions for my 2 conversions over here. Now I know you like to use bow tie or butterfly, but in chemistry, we're going to start doing these and they're going to be 10 long. You can't do 10 butterflies. Okay, so you have to learn how to put it in this nice little strip. Okay. We start with what you know, 525 centiliters times fraction bar. And then we need that hint, unknown units divided by known units. Okay, so for my first conversion, this is the metric ladder conversion. I need my known on the bottom. Okay, what do I know here? Do I know centiliters or milliliters? I know centiliters. So that is going to be my known. Known goes on the bottom. 1 centiliter goes on the bottom. Unknown is what I'm trying to find. I'm going from centiliters to milliliters. So I'm trying to find milliliters. So milliliters has to go on the top. 1 centiliter equals 10 milliliters. So I just put my conversion into fraction form. 1 centiliter is equal to 10 milliliters, or sometimes you might need it the other way around. 10 milliliters is equal to 1 centiliter. They both mean 1 centiliter equals 10 milliliters, or 10 milliliters equals 1 centimeter. Those are all the same. Okay, so it doesn't matter what order you write it in, as long as you have your unknown on the top and your known units on the bottom. So if I stopped right here, centiliters would be done, and my answer would be in milliliters. So if I just stopped working right now, I'm at the halfway point, okay? So it's halftime, halfway there. Now you need the second conversion to bring it home. Milliliters to centimeters cubed. Milliliters, I now consider my known, because if I solve the problem at this point, my answer would be in milliliters. So milliliters goes on the bottom, centimeters cubed goes on the top. There's 1 centimeter cubed and 1 milliliter. Milliliters on the bottom, milliliters on the top, it cancels. Physically show me when you're doing your worksheet that it cancels. I need to see all these steps. Known equals unknown. Conversions. Setting it up in the dimensional analysis method. And now I'm going to simplify. 525 is left in the numerator. 10 is left in the numerator. 1 centimeter cubed is left in the numerator. Denominator, what's left? 1 and 1. Okay, so not much we have to do there. Now I can simplify that. 5250 centimeters cubed is my answer from the calculator. What else do I have to remember? Sig Figs. For conversions, you just use the Sig Figs of the known. Only Sig Fig of the known. Not the conversions, because the conversions are considered exact. So we started with 3 Sig Figs. We have to end with 3 Sig Figs. Oh, and we did end with 3 Sig Figs because there's no decimal, so that 0 is not significant. And I'm going to box my answer. All right, so that's problem 1. We have problem 2, and then we are good. How many joules are in there in 2.5 kilocalories? And I have the one conversion you need here that's not on the metric ladder. Go ahead and hit pause. And welcome back. So first, rearrange. Oops. 250 kilocalories is equal to 2.50 kilocalories is how many joules? So I'm going from kilocalories to something to joules. And I can look over here at my conversion on the right side. I can see I'm going to go kilocalories to joules. 1 kilocal is 3 hops away from base. So 1 kilocal is 1,000 calories. 1 calorie is 4.184 joules. So notice my instructions weren't up here on the right side. Those should be in your notes. Use them every time. Go step by step so you don't miss anything. So now I rewrite 2.50 kilocalories times fraction bar. And some people like putting this over 1 so it looks like everything is neat and organized and in a row. You can totally do that. 2 fraction bars because I have 2 conversions. Kilocalories. Where does that go, the top or the bottom? Oh, it's the known, and it's already in the numerator, so the only place it can go is the bottom because I want it to cancel. 1 kilocal is 1,000 calories. If I stopped here, I'd have calories. Calories is now my known, so calories has to go on the bottom of the second conversion. So joules goes on the top. Cancel numerator and denominator. Simplify 2.50 times 1,000 times 4.184 joules. Always have the units if it's not canceled. Divided by, oh, it's all 1 on the bottom. So plug that into your calculator. 2.5 times 1,000 times 4.184. And that gives me 10,460 joules. That's my calculator answer. I need Sig Figs. How many Sig Figs are here? 2 and 5 are non-zero, so they're important. This 0 has a decimal. Trailing zeros with a decimal, important. 3 Sig Figs in my answer. Important, 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 important. Trailing 0, no decimal, not important. So I have 4 Sig Figs, but I want 3 Sig Figs. So I'm going to look at those first 3. The 1, 0, and 4 are important. The 6 tells me my 4 rounds to a 5. Or you could think of it as round to the nearest 100. 10,500 joules. Double check. Important, 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 not important, not important. Yes, my Sig Figs match. If yours do, congrats. Again, go over into the assignment and post one thing that you learned. Or if you're stuck, watch it a second time and then post what you learned or what you're still struggling with. The whole point is for you to work through it on your own. That creates those pathways. And have a great day.